Hey everybody, welcome to Out Loud and On Purpose. Today's guest didn't just open a chocolate shop, they built a Central Texas institution. Kevin and LaDonne Wenzel are the co-founders and creative heartbeat behind Wisemann House Chocolates in Hico, Texas, a turn-of-the-century Victorian home where every truffle, coffee, and brittle is crafted by hand using old-world techniques and an artist's eye. Kevin studied fine arts across multiple continents, trained at a fifth-generation chocolate school, and has created original recipes so unforgettable, that people literally plan road trips around them. LaDonne, the company's president and Kevin's partner in life and in chocolate, helped transform that historic house into a place where stories, relationships, and yes, wildly good chocolate are made fresh every day. Together, they've proven that when you combine art, intention, and kindness, you can change a town, one bite at a time. You're going to want to hear this very chocolatey story. So let's step in it. Shoot, let's swim in it. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Out Loud and On Purpose podcast. My name's Kyle Hargrove. I'm your host, and I'm here today, as I usually am, with my able and wonderful co-host, the literally amazing Miss Amy. How you doing, Miss Amy?
I am fantastic. Hello, Kyle.
You had to put the hello, Kyle.
Well, of
you
course,
had to put
I
the
do it
Siri in there, didn't you?
I did. Is it really Siri?
It's dang close.
Really?
It's okay.
That's promising.
It's who you are. Like I said, they wouldn't have used her voice if they didn't like her.
This is true.
So I think you're in high cotton. You're in good shape.
High cotton,
and all that. So what interesting has occurred in your life since the last time we met?
Heat, hot.
Again.
It's hot.
All right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes in a row where we started with the
hot.
weather.
Well,
yeah,
because it is.
Yeah, but we did get
rain.
We got an inch of rain on Friday, I think.
Yes.
What day was the parade here in Hico for Old Settlers Week? Thursday? I think it was Friday. Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And it absolutely downpoured that afternoon, and I believe through part of the parade. I was not in town. I was out of town on business and missed the whole thing, but we got an inch of rain.
Very nice.
So the next day down in the beautiful city of League City, Texas, where I was hanging out, I checked the weather forecast for the next 2 weeks, and it said, don't bother.
Absolutely.
Your rain for 2026 has already occurred.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Monday here today. I mean, it will be a Monday when this podcast is released at some point, not too far down the line. But it's been a Monday for me. I don't know about you. How do you feel about Mondays?
I dig Mondays.
You dig them?
I dig them. It's a wonderful opportunity to start your week out in a positive, vigor. Go get them. Rah, rah.
I like it. It's a terrific mindset.
No, I do. I like Mondays. I like Fridays, and I like Mondays.
I like Thursdays.
I'm a Tuesday kind of gal, though, honestly, because tacos.
All right, we've covered 4 days now. Monday, Friday, Thursday, and Tuesday.
Tuesday, tacos.
Okay.
Period.
Thursdays in elementary school, hamburger day.
Oh, right.
Hamburger day.
Hamburger day.
The best day of the week.
Yes.
Because you could get cheese on your hamburger and tater tots.
Tater tots.
And I don't think Sonic was a thing when I was in elementary school. If it was, I was unaware of it. But tater tots were a treat because we had never had Sonic tater tots before. But I looked forward to Thursdays because it was hamburger day. Friday was always fish day, and I didn't like fish at the time. So not even like fish sticks or...
Especially school.
Yeah. Well, I want to tell you what. School food in the 18th century...
Oh, my.
Was pretty good stuff.
You were not that old.
Oh, braised beef and rice. Anyhow, all right, getting back to it. We have guests with us tonight.
We do.
Today. And how do you, on a podcast, do you say today, tonight, this episode, this time? We are entering into our second, it's not a decade, it's not a dime. What is it? It's our 11th podcast.
Season.
No, they're all part of the same season.
Well, heck, I don't know.
But I mean, what do you call it? It's not a decade. It's not a dime. It's the next 10.
It's a period of 10.
It's a period of 10.
It's a period of 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've entered into our period of 10, 11th. Okay. Today is our 11th chapter. Chapter 11.
Chapter 11.
Out
there
loud
you
and
go.
on purpose. And today's guests are living every kid's dream and every grown-up's cheat day.
You got that right.
Kevin and LaDonne Wenzel are the creative duo behind Wisemann House Chocolates in Hico, Texas. It's a turn-of-the-century Victorian house where the walls smell like cocoa and the truffles have their own personalities. Kevin is a fine arts grad who somehow turned painting and drawing into a hand-rolled, small-batch masterpiece class. And LaDonne, the president of Wisemann House, helped turn that chocolate dream into a hill country landmark. You know, Hico is the top of the hill country in Texas.
I don't know that I realized that.
Yep. We're known as the top of the hill country.
I've only been here 10 years.
I don't know if that's geographically accurate or not, but we're going to go with it. And together they've hand-rolled and hand-dipped millions of truffles since 1996, proving that intentional living can be absolutely indulgent. Kevin Wenzel.
Kyle, good to see you.
You're going to have to turn that microphone right into your face.
Good to see you, Kyle.
It's good to see you too, Kevin. Kevin, you opened Wisemann House Chocolates in Hico back in 1996.
That's right.
Turning a turn-of-the-century Victorian home into what's now one of Texas' most beloved chocolate destinations. You're not just a small-town shop owner, but you're an artist who studied fine arts in Europe, Asia, and the United States, and you trained in chocolate making at a fifth-generation chocolate school in Pennsylvania, blending that old world technique with your artistic side. Now, before you even speak, because I'm still introducing you.
Okay.
I mean, you can and thank you and things like that, but Pennsylvania, folks, that is a chocolate epicenter of the world.
It is. Yeah.
I mean,
Pennsylvania has chocolate. They even have their own chocolate club, Pennsylvania Chocolate Association.
oh my.
Yeah. And I went to one once in Philadelphia. It was in 9/11. It happened during 9/11. That was my first one there. We got stuck in Valley Forge.
Oh my.
Hung out at the Valley Forge Mall at King of Prussia and just stuck out there a few days until we could get a rental car. But yeah, I love Philadelphia. Beautiful area. Had my first apple cider there.
Apple cider.
Real apple cider.
Mm.
Was it like fermented?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's not the kind you buy at H-E-B.
No.
Yeah,
But
okay.
that is good apple cider too.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But yeah.
Well, you have a bachelor's degree in painting and drawing at the University of North Texas, and your background includes work in the Dallas creative world before you and LaDonne returned to this part of the country, or here in Hamilton County anyway, in Hico, to build Wisemann House. And over nearly 3 decades, you have developed original recipes and flavor profiles that are extraordinarily distinctive. Some so much so that they've been picked up and circulated by global conglomerates. I mean, your chocolate's gone all over the world.
It has. We've shipped mostly in the continental USA, but people pick it up and they take it with them to Europe or Japan or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you're probably, I don't know what the word is, but you're a bigger deal than that. The good thing is that you've kept your shop focused locally on approachable, affordable luxury.
That's right.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I have personally learned that Kevin is part confectioner, part storyteller, part romantic, and that every piece of chocolate is handmade, rolled, dipped, and named with intention. His Wild Woman truffle, almond toffee, and other creations have inspired people to detour hours out of their way just to stop in Hico. The media here in Texas and travel writers have repeatedly highlighted Wisemann House as serving some of the finest handmade chocolates in the state, crafted in small batches and using old world techniques. And you might think chocolate as candy, but in Hico, Texas, it's a canvas. And one of our guests today is the artist behind it. Welcome to the podcast, Kevin.
Thank you, Kyle. It's great to be.
Of course, every great chocolate story has a co-author. And Wisemann House wasn't built by Kevin alone. The president of Wisemann House, and that, okay, the word by itself, that tells us a lot of the story. But the president of the Wisemann House Chocolates, LaDonne Wenzel, helped turn a dream and a Victorian house into a destination that magazines and travel writers and chocolate lovers all over the place just rave about. LaDonne, you didn't just marry into chocolate. You were a part of co-building Wisemann House alongside Kevin when he was becoming a chocolatier.
True.
And when you guys moved back to the area from Dallas in 1996, this all came to pass and has become legendary since then. You're listed as the president, underscoring that you're not just behind the scenes, but you're a significant, if not the significant, part of the leadership that's kept the company thriving for nearly 30 years. Born in Michigan, LaDonne's creative journey prior to chocolating, is that a word? Chocolatiering? I like chocolating, and now it's a word. So, yeah. LaDonne's creative journey took its own circuitous route. She began working in a local clothing establishment at the age of 14. Is that correct?
Right.
All right. You're going to have to get way up in that mic. I mean, like touching your lips.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
That's perfect. There you go. And then when you became of age, you attended the Fashion Institute of Technology in Manhattan before applying your trade to the women's fashion industry, eventually ending up in Dallas, Texas.
That is correct.
Where all did you go, or were you located prior to arriving in Dallas?
I trained at Garfinkel's department store in Washington, D.C., then moved to, oh, Lord, this has been a long...
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to figure out where all I've been to Dallas twice, Charleston, South Carolina, took wherever my job took me. Worked for Lord & Taylor in Dallas and in New York, and
little startups.
Yep, little startups.
Lord and Taylor.
Yeah, couple of small boutique stores, and then left the retail industry because everybody who works in the retail industry at some point in their career says, I'm never doing this again. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back, crawling back 6 months later.
Yeah, I said that when I worked at 7-Eleven. But the crawling back part, not so much.
And then, wasn't even in the fashion industry when I met Kevin. It was in one of my I'm leaving, never coming back
phases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, beyond her titles, LaDonne's led the charge returning Wisemann House into more than a retail space. It's a place that you can go and linger, sample, take chocolate making classes, and soak in the atmosphere. That one that feels like stepping into a story. And this just reminds us that this business includes at its heart a love story. And it's carefully wrapped in foil and tied with a ribbon. LaDonne and Kevin, welcome to Out Loud and On Purpose.
Thanks for having us.
One of the things that we always give to our guests here at the Cactus Flower Bed and Breakfast is a sheep's milk soap. And you being a chocolatier, I bet you're aware that the fat content in sheep's milk is one of the highest of any milk you can find.
It is wonderful to drink if you like.
Yeah, I bet it is. And so I have here, and LaDonne, you get to choose first. I have an agave and cactus flower soap, and then I have a cactus flower and aloe soap.
Thanks for the soap, Kyle. It looks beautiful. I love the way it's molded. And actually, it's inspiring just a little bit because we don't do much in the way of molded chocolate. So it looks really pretty.
It is, and it's actually also amazing soap.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah.
It's right. Probably just for my hands, it's so small.
Yep.
Or my left finger.
So, we did have a guest here at the Cactus Flower Bed and Breakfast that tried to eat it.
No.
He thought it was fudge.
It looks like fudge. It looks edible.
Maybe
and it's about that creamy. I think he got his teeth through it, but before he tasted, thought, but okay, this is tough fudge.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's like, this is fudge jerky.
Are you familiar with Panucci fudge?
I'm not.
Brown sugar. It's a brown sugar fudge.
Mm.
Panucci and cream. I really want to do a panucci with sour cream fresh, the tartness.
Creme fresh.
Yeah, I know. May I offer you a gift tonight?
That would be amazing.
I have a box of chocolates. I have the dark chocolate collection because I know you're a dark chocolate fan. Is that right?
Snap. I knew he would not come without something.
Right. Well,
We get so fortunate because our guests here at the Cactus Flower will almost every time go to Wisemann House.
Mm-hmm.
And frequently they leave us the gift. It's a little like 5-piece chocolate set.
Nice.
I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking
the
about.
truffles.
And they will yes, they are.
The Southern Hospitality,
I think
the
there's
Wild
one
Woman.
sitting on our counter out in the kitchen right now because we had guests this weekend, and our guests are amazing.
So one of those truffles is named Snooky after LaDonne.
I was going to ask you about that.
I wondered where Snooky came from.
Yeah.
Well, okay, before we indulge, because we're going to eat this chocolate on the air.
Oh, we are?
In this recording.
Kevin, thank you.
And so tell us about Snooky, because we've talked about the accomplishments. We've talked about the degrees and the training and this, that, and the other. But what we don't know about, and really where I'd like to camp out kind of tonight, is about the two of you and about the things that you have experienced and accomplished together as a couple and as a family, as well as what you've done with Wisemann Chocolates. So Snooky is a term that folks around here may see and hear on occasion and have no idea about the origins of it. So fill us in on Snooky so that we can all be educated.
Well, I had a very beloved aunt, and she was my mother's oldest sister, and her name was Nettie, Jeanette.
Okay.
Nettie for short. And Aunt Nettie never married. And she was number 1 of 11 children. My mother was number 10. So her sister helped raise her. And she became a very important part of our family. And she always called me Snooky. And the Snooky is comprised of one of my favorite flavors, coffee.
My.
Yes, I was a major coffee drinker when my husband first met me. And it is...
And if you're hearing paper sounds in the background, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we typically try to be very quiet and keep the... But I don't even care. Let that paper roll, because we're opening a box of Wisemann House chocolates and we're going to be eating them here in front of you.
And can I say, I just want to pipe in here, the packaging, I'm a packaging... It'll get me every time. And this is beautiful. And as I was opening it, the most beautiful smell of chocolate just hit me.
Like I'm 4 feet away. And dark chocolate fumes.
It is intoxicating.
That is the
engulfed.
sad. That's the sad part of having chocolate is your life. I can't smell it so much anymore.
Really?
Yes. Now I can.
It's very true.
When you stick your nose in a box.
Yes. When you stick your nose straight in the box, you smell it.
So this beautiful truffle,
which
is
we're both
Snooky.
sharing. Okay. This is Snooky?
This is Snooky.
Okay, we're about to sample Snooky.
Well,
right.
let me read the description of what Snooky is, besides beautiful. Okay, so Snooky is a dark Belgian chocolate with coffee cinnamon rolled in a sugar shell.
I can see the sugar shell.
Okay, I'm going for it.
I am too.
So LaDonne loved coffee and was drinking a pot a day. And in our first year of marriage, I could see her hand shake. And I decided to go down to less than a pot a day. But I loved coffee. She loved coffee. And when we were dating, the first time I had snickerdoodle cookies. And she made me a box of snickerdoodle cookies. I actually put them in a paint can.
In a paint can?
A fresh paint can, not a used paint can.
Oh, okay.
They were beautiful. And so that's been our couple's cookie. We prefer cookies over cake oftentimes. So I rolled the Snooky with the coffee and Kahlua that's inside, and then I roll it in cinnamon and sugar.
Coffee and Kahlua?
Yeah, I don't think Kahlua
It is divine.
Isn't that nice?
It is absolutely.
We're about to lose
Divine.
our PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
Well, it's chocolate.
Holy Toledo. I can't believe I don't think I've ever had this, but that is the most indulgent bite of chocolate I've ever put in
Really?
my mouth.
Really?
And all
It's a
the
lot of- it's a
flavors, all the significant flavors that are a part of it are flavors I love.
So I was intentional about making this because
Bet you were.
I don't think we were married at the time when I made
Oh
that.
my. Okay, I don't know if we can tell this story.
Well, so we were still dating. I had asked LaDonne to marry me after we got this chocolate store up and running, and it was sometime between that next 9 months between opening the store and getting married that I made that.
So good.
You did good, buddy.
Thank you.
So that
And I imagine you did good. I know there were ulterior motives in that. So are both stories of this box identical? All right, I'm going to have one more. Which one do you recommend? Yeah, I mean, you already recommended the Snooki. So
How dark do you like it?
I'm a medium dark.
It's the raspberry.
I love milk
I like
chocolate.
raspberry.
So I do.
This is the golden raspberry or the gold stripe. And then we have the Seville orange, milk chocolate shell with a kind of an O. But the raspberry is super good.
Try the raspberry.
This one.
My personal opinion, that's the best raspberry
Golden.
truffle I've ever put in my mouth.
Okay, so this
And
has
that
a
was-
gold
that was one that-
glitter stripe on it,
Yep.
which I'm certain is
It's edible gold.
edible gold.
it is stunning.
Should
to
I
look
melt it
at.
down first and get the gold out? I don't know. Gold's pretty high right now.
Oh my.
What I like is you taste raspberry, not
Really?
raspberry.
Absolutely
Yes.
do.
And it blends with the dark chocolate really well. You don't taste just chocolate. You don't just taste raspberry. You taste chocolate and raspberry.
I just dropped an 84th of an ounce of this on the floor. I'm very upset.
So like a good marriage,
Oh.
the chocolate and the raspberry should not compete with each other.
They don't.
But,
They don't. Not at all.
And it's funny because for a second you taste chocolate and then this tart
Yeah.
fruit flavor comes through. And I expected like a raspberry filled donut. I expected a
Oh,
raspberry
right.
jelly kind of a thing inside
well,
it. So
mostly out
it
in
all
the
looks
world,
the same.
Yeah, mostly out in the world, that's all you get in most chocolates. And so when we go shopping and we go out in the world, we try chocolates and we're usually disappointed. But oftentimes it's just because it's not fresh and they want a long shelf life and they want artificial flavors. So we don't do that. We do real raspberry.
Well, I was
No seeds.
I was going to ask what makes great chocolate different from grocery store chocolate
Yeah, I'd say we use it's all the stuff we don't put in it, like artificial flavors, fillers.
okay.
So we're using real whipping cream, real chocolate, real raspberry. Some of them have real alcohol. Some of them have more real spice.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
It's beautiful. They're beautiful to look, but the taste is so beautiful, and it's interesting. They're delicate. They're very delicate.
Yeah. So that's intentional in the fact that we want not only so that the chocolate and the outer layer and the interior layer melts at the same point.
Yes.
Because a
Wow.
lot of times you'll get something and it has this big shell on the outside. It's real chunky and clunky in your mouth. It just feels like something odd, and the center will melt away fast. And so, and also some people will make a real mess out of chocolate. So when you eat it, you get it all over you. So that's intentional too, about making sure that whether it's nuts on the outside or it's some decoration, that you don't get it on you. You know?
Wow.
This is all nuts.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I have opposite ends of the spectrum competing, and nothing is balanced in the middle, okay? Because I have the end of it that says, eat a pound of this right now. And I have the other side that's equally loud in my head that's saying, that's enough, son.
Right.
That's all you need.
Yeah, because it's your mouth is sated with a lot of flavor.
No, it is. And still,
But then you want
I'm still tasting it.
It sounds very much, it's an art. It is an art.
Yeah. We teach that in the classes too. We've had students, we only teach in July and August, 1st of August. We've had students from Honduras, New Orleans, all over the country.
Very nice.
The States. And
they're not just wandering through HICO saying, hey, no, they're coming here to take that class.
Yeah. And so they take the classes. Sometimes it's 3 classes, 4 classes. And we've had a handful of people I know, first off, that have opened their business after they take the classes. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
5 to 10 people.
That's amazing. Okay. So you didn't trip across these by accident, but tell us, Kevin, how you got into chocolatiering, because I've heard this story casually over dinner, but tell our listeners, if you could, in a Cliff Notes version of, you didn't necessarily grow up dreaming of being a chocolatier.
As a kid, I wanted to be a candy maker.
Okay.
But that was a small child. After college and after living in Dallas for 3 years, I met LaDonne. We dated, and
she made it kind of hard for you, didn't she?
We wanted to get married. She wanted to get married more than I did at the time, because I really didn't have. I felt like as a guy, I needed to have the house with the picket fence ready for her, or some journey that I was on, and I wasn't on a journey. I was just doing one day at a time, and I had to figure out how to be intentional.
Yeah.
And how do I, I'd say nab her, but how do I secure the relationship, and how do I feel secure in the relationship? And that was having some direction. And so I talked to my dad. Dad, I'm here every other weekend or once a month at least down here in HICO Ferry, Hamilton. I'm tired of living in the city, and I just don't have a direction. What do you think I should do? And he showed me the old Wisemann House that was buried under vines and screened in porches and dirty pastel pink. And
oh, wow.
So we scrubbed. He said,
it's like he came from Acapulco instead of HICO.
It was pretty filthy. I don't know. I've never been to Acapulco, but
pink.
Oh, yeah, it was a dusty pink, 1960s dusty pink, maybe 80s. But so he showed me that. He said, "Let me show you this house," and we went and looked at this house. He said, "This is up for sale." I was thinking about doing something with it, but you could do something with it, and you could put your shingle up. It shows the things that you can do, some skills like your paintings or large scale stuff. But you need something that will keep the lights on, and something that will people can come in and drop $5 and walk out, and that will keep your electricity on, etc. My dad's very wise, and he said you should sell chocolate. And I said, I don't know how to make chocolate. He said, well, we will buy the best chocolate we can find, and then you'll learn how to make it. My family grew up all cooks. We all love to cook and all love to make stuff. We work with our hands.
Right.
And
let me interject here. Yeah. Your father has the
Dutchman's Hidden Valley.
Dutchman's Hidden Valley, yes. Just about 16 miles down the road from HICO on
the family store.
Highway 281 going south from HICO.
That's right.
And then your uncle.
He was I have an uncle that was a candy maker out of Dallas.
Yes.
And so my uncle showed my father how to do some of the stuff.
Right.
And then my father, when he bought the Hidden Valley store and combined it with his old store, the Dutchman, so he brought the sausage and cheese business to Hidden Valley. And then we started making the peanut brittle that was the Hidden Valley store was famous for. And
folks, if you're listening to this, Dutchman's Hidden Valley between HICO and Hamilton, Texas on Highway 281, it is a Stuckey's on steroids. It is, those of you, if you don't know what Stuckey's is, Google it, okay? But it for those of us that have a little age on us, I mean, Stuckey's was the thing, because they had a variety of different types of candies and goodies and food. You could actually get a hamburger and fries at Stuckey's. I'm not sure most people ever did, but I did once because we went there for the taffy. We went there for the candy. We stopped there, and they were for travelers. And that's very much what the Dutchman's Hidden Valley is.
That's right. So different than Stuckey's, they make all their own fresh product like breads, peanut brittle, fudge, candies.
And here
like
you
that.
can watch it being made.
That's right. That's right. So I grew up in that store, and Dad said chocolate would be the thing. It's the next thing after Starbucks. Because this was before the internet, before cell phones.
Mhm.
So he and I worked on some chocolates, and I developed some simple recipes, and just kept developing that. We had found a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey in the Wisemann House when we were renovating it. And as I was developing the recipes, I thought, well, can I use this in the recipe? I had tasted Jack Daniel's ice cream when I was working at a polo club in Dallas, and I thought that was pretty great. And so I thought, well, can I use this with a milk chocolate? And so we just started balancing and playing with recipes and just kept going from there. And Amy asked earlier, what's the differential between really great chocolate and, well, it's ingredients, but it's also freshness. And a lot of chocolates in grocery stores are made 12 months or longer before. And ours are, I make 2 deliveries a week from the chocolate studio to the store, bringing in fresh chocolate twice a week. So a little bit like a bakery, but not.
How many pounds of chocolate do you
Go through a year?
go through a year?
About 10,000 pounds, 12,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
10 to 12,000 is what I weigh
Wow.
if I worked anywhere near this.
Wow. That is way more than I would have ever
My
thought.
first year, it was 500 pounds.
Really?
We used 500 pounds worth of chocolate. And
That is
we're up to
incredible.
10,000 pounds.
Wow.
That's insane. Absolutely insane. LaDonne, somewhere along this journey, you bumped into him. How did that happen?
Well, I was living in Dallas at the time, working for Lord & Taylor, and we had mutual friends that were married. And at the point when we met each other, we were both in our 30s. And so most of our friends married, and we're the kind of the odd men out. And so the friends said, each of them separately talked to us and said, you need to meet this person. Well, at that time, I'm 34, 35, and I'm pretty much settled into being single. So they just kept talking, and finally they wore us down, and we decided, okay, fine. Everybody needs a friend. And first date was it.
Oh.
For me. And we dated for almost a year. And, so then again, biological clock ticking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if we're gonna go anywhere, do anything, let's do it. Let's get married.
Make this happen.
TikTok.
Let's make this happen. And he wasn't ready. So I said, okay, fine. I'm done. And this is where I want to be, and you're not there. So I'm done. If you ever feel like calling me again, it's going to have to be
With intention.
with intention.
With intention. Yes.
Exactly. So that's what happened. 9 miserable months later,
Oh my goodness.
he called me and said, hey, I just opened a store in Hico. Now, we had been, when we were dating, had been back and forth to Hico because their family home was in Ferry. And so you
Right.
go through Hico to get to Ferry.
Right.
And I had fallen in love with this little town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, up until then, I was pretty much a big city girl. Washington, D.C., New York, Dallas. And so, but I loved Hico. And so he called. I said, okay, I want you to come down this weekend. Okay. Came down, saw the store, saw the colors that he painted it. And we had talked about this house before he bought the house. Isn't that a cool house? These are the colors I would paint it. And they were the colors that I said I would paint it.
So they weren't hideous.
No, they're the same. Yes, they're the same colors. I mean, we have not changed the colors in 30 years.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And so, at the end of the weekend, I'm like, so? And he says, can you come back next weekend?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I come back next weekend. It's getting toward the end of my time. So in between customers, and we're talking, there's a long amount of time because I was working the store with him.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blast. I mean, I enjoyed doing it. That's what I've always done, been a shopkeeper. Well, not a shopkeeper, but working retail.
Mhm.
And he popped the question. And I said, yes.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Do you remember the words?
No. No, I think it was just, will you marry me? Short and sweet. Yes.
Didn't even have
Wow.
to think of. Oh my gosh, that's
Now-
so sweet.
I want you, LaDonne, I want you to respond to this question. I know Kevin's going to want to take over, but I want you to respond to this question because it's been more than half a year since we talked over this dinner. But I remember in that dinner having the thought go through my, and I don't remember all the details around it, but it sounded something like driving Miss Daisy. And maybe it had to do with a job that he had in Dallas.
Oh, yes. Okay, so at the time when we were dating,
The first time.
the first time, when we were dating, he was working for an interior designer in Dallas who had macular degeneration. So she was losing her eyesight. So he was basically her eyeballs.
Mm.
And he was driving her because she couldn't drive. So maybe that's what the driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, didn't that kind of
reference.
become his full-time gig though?
Yeah.
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 And was that because it was what he desired as a career? Or was there a reason behind that?
I think he just kind of fell into it.
Yeah. Were you
No.
trying to stay near her?
No, he was doing that when we met. So
But there's always a means to the end in people that are intentional. Go ahead. I'm just
going with that.
I may have been totally off base.
I think at that point in our life, I mean, not particularly. I mean, I was intentional about, okay,
Mhm.
this is the guy for me. He's not ready. I'm not wasting my time.
Right.
That was just kind of where I was at. It's also my personality.
And sometimes as difficult as that is to say,
awful.
you have to lay it down.
Yeah, it was awful. I cried my eyeballs out for basically 9 months.
Mm.
And hoping that, because I felt like this is the man for me and he doesn't want me. But oh well, there it is. Got to keep trucking.
Right. So was there a part of what he was coming along here in Heiko to do, feeling like he had to set it up in order for it to be appealing to you? Was there a part of you that said, I want to do that with you?
Oh, for sure. Oh, yes. As soon as I saw the house and it was the colors that we had kind of talked about.
Uh-huh.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah, I want to do this. I feel like I have, as part of who I am, as hospitality, even though I tend to be introverted. And I could just see what we could do together.
Mm-hmm.
My retail background with his artistic abilities, I just felt like, yes, we can do this. And it was kind of like a dream, sweet little town,
Mm-hmm.
you know? It was kind of like the picket fence house. We lived upstairs in the attic.
Is that the house you live in now?
No,
Okay.
we lived in the Wisemann House.
You
lived
lived in the
in the
attic of the Wisemann
Yes,
house.
we lived in the attic.
Holy smokes.
Oh, how fantastic!
That is not a large house.
No, it was basically a studio. And the kitchen
Wow.
was not used for chocolate production, but it had a stove with one burner and a wall oven that didn't work, a
Oh, my.
dishwasher that didn't work.
Why didn't you work?
Kyle.
I'm so sorry.
So anyway, I mean, we lived there for 4 years, and it was wonderful.
Oh.
It was fun.
Mm.
I
What
mean,
year was that house built?
1902.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not as old as our house.
a
that we
beautiful
live in
home.
now. Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Wow. That's such a neat story. It's the perfect marriage. Your background and your background, Kevin, in art, and it's a neat story.
Tell you a magical story about the paint.
Just get up close.
Yes.
Okay. So we had toured the town, and we had picked up, things and buildings. Thought, all kinds of ideas. And when the house was getting ready to be painted, my brothers and my dad worked on the house while I was finishing up my work in Dallas. And he said, I need some colors. So I went down to a part of Dallas, an old Swiss Avenue, where the houses were old and they'd fixed them up and renovated them. And I couldn't decide on the color. But as the summer sun and the autumn sun was setting, one of the houses just picked out, it was glowing. I thought, oh, that's it right over there. That's it. And I got my Sherwin-Williams paint deck out and matched the white and the blue. And
Who do you know carries a Sherwin-Williams color deck?
Kevin Wenzel.
Kevin Wenzel. LaDonne Wenzel.
Danny Hargrove.
Also.
Yeah.
so there was this beautiful warm color. And when my dad opened the paint cans, because I told him which colors to choose. And he was like, "Are you sure about this?" And I said, "Put a dab of paint on your swatch. Make sure that's." He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, they look kind of funky and fresh. They were funky, and they've never been as fresh, the perfect color combination as that first year. They've always faded, and then I pick out some more colors, getting on the same line. But our first year was glowing, and so when LaDonne pulled up on a Friday night with her mashed potatoes from Boston Market, something she could eat in traffic.
I miss Boston Market.
I do too. You said that, and my mouth started watering instantly.
Yeah, because
Meatloaf.
Anybody who is driving in Dallas. Because, I would leave at 5:00. Awful time to leave Dallas.
Facts.
So I would flip through Boston Market and get a tub of mashed potatoes and eat it on the way down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's intentional.
It is.
There is a purpose behind that, and it is pleasure.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. You could drive, and your food's not going to drop in your lap. It's going to stay right there on the spoon till it gets in your mouth.
One of the things you can eat with the spoon while you're driving and not end up with it all over you.
Exactly.
Man, those were the days. Oh, they were.